Someone was secretly leaving things at my door every day. Then I finally caught her. It started with a feather. Not just any feather, long, silver white, with shimmer that danced in the light like frost. I found it at my doorstep just after sunrise, resting on the metal panel outside my quarters on Station List 7. I assumed it was a joke. Or maybe a lost piece of some alien's plumage. Either way, I shrugged it off. The next day, there was a small packet of dried fruit, sweet, perfectly preserved, native to a world I'd never visited. And the next morning, a fragment of crystal, glowing faintly with ambient warmth. No note, no name, just gifts, one every day. It became routine. I'd wake, slide open my door, and there, like clockwork, would be something new, a delicately folded piece of cloth that shimmered like starlight, a pennant shaped like a crescent wing, a small vial of blue flowers that only bloomed in vacuum-sealed air. Always beautiful, always anonymous. And it drove me crazy. I asked the security AI to review camera footage, but my corridor system had suffered a minor corruption every night for a week. Suspicious. Convenient. Someone was going through a lot of trouble to remain unseen. So I set a trap. I stayed up the whole night. Lights off, ears tuned to the silence outside. Hours passed. Then, at precisely 3:17 station time, I heard a whisper of movement, so soft it barely registered. The door sensor blinked green. I sprang up, yanked the door open, and froze. She was already turning to leave. Tall, slender, silver-haired, skin like polished moonstone and ears that arched with elegant sharpness. She wore a cloak stitched with constellations, hood lowered to reveal a face that glowed in the cold station light. She was halfway down the corridor when I found my voice. "Wait!" She stopped, slowly turned. Her expression was unreadable. Not frightened, not embarrassed, just caught. I didn't mean to startle you, I said. I just wanted to know who you were. Her voice was a whisper. "I'm sorry. You've been leaving these gifts?" She nodded once. "But why?" There was a pause, heavy with silence. Then she walked back toward me, and as she moved, I noticed something, a slight stiffness in her right leg, the kind that suggested an old injury not fully healed. When she reached my door, she looked up at me with violet eyes. "You helped me," she said. I blinked. "I did. 3 months ago. Docking Bay 17. A service drone overloaded. Everyone ran. But you pulled me away before it exploded." I remembered. A blur of smoke, alarms, pushing someone out of the blast radius. I hadn't seen her face. She disappeared before medics arrived. "That was you?" She nodded. "I tried to thank you then, but I was scared. My people don't interact much with humans. I wasn't supposed to be on the docks. I was afraid it would draw attention. So instead, you started leaving gifts at my door?" She looked down, almost shy. I didn't know how else to show gratitude. I leaned against the doorframe, absorbing her words. "You didn't have to go that far. I was just doing what anyone would do." "No," she said firmly. "Not anyone. You risked yourself for a stranger. That means something." "What's your name?" "Elira. I'm Mark." She smiled softly. "I know." We stood in silence for a long moment. Then she handed me the item she'd meant to leave, a small folded cloth, etched with symbols I didn't recognize. "It's a sigil," she explained. "A vow. It means you are seen. It's the highest honor we give." I took it gently. "Thank you." Her fingers brushed mine, light, brief, electric. She turned to leave again. "Wait," I said. "Don't go." She paused. "Next time, just knock," I said with a smile. "I'll open the door." Her smile, when it came, lit up the whole corridor. She visited often after that. Sometimes she brought gifts, sometimes just stories. Her people lived on the fringes of known space, guided by the stars and old traditions. She was a healer, a cartographer, and once, briefly, a stowaway. I made her coffee. She made me tea that tasted like memory and snow. We sat, talked, laughed. Some nights, she'd stay until dawn, head resting against my shoulder as the station lights dimmed around us. And every morning after that, there was nothing left at my door, because the gift I wanted most had already walked through it.